Okay, so thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm here. My name is Tasha, Tasha Nicole Harge, and all of you know me on Instagram as Entrepreneur Help Desk, on my YouTube, Entrepreneur Help Desk. On Facebook, I go by my business name, Harge Connections. Okay, so I wanted to get on here and be of help to tell you guys some ways that you can legitimize your business and just kind of like show the IRS in case you are ever questioned that you do take your business serious, that you are treating your business like a business. Because guys, they're really like trying to crack down. They're trying to start to challenge people and kind of make it seem like, well, are you really in business or are you not? And I consult with people on a regular basis, and when I'm asking certain questions, I'm like, well, yeah, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should have already done this. I tell people all the time, you don't have to be afraid of the IRS. You do not have to, you just don't. If you're doing things the right way, you don't have to be scared of no audit. You don't have to be scared of nobody's IRS, okay? So one of the first things you could do to legitimize your business is form an LLC, okay? Not really required. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to be an LLC to be treating your business like a real business. You can be a sole proprietorship. That's totally fine. But LLCs, it just kind of maybe shows them that you are, in fact, like treating your business more serious, because they know that a lot of people who are sole proprietors, well, I won't say they know, but they suspect, okay, that a lot of sole proprietors are not, they're kind of fraudulently running businesses, when you're not registered as a business with your state. They sometimes kind of look at you with a side eye. Okay, so that's one thing you can do. But I would say don't really go LLC until you maybe have an idea that you really want to be doing this for a minute. Okay, so yeah, that's the one thing. And to become an LLC, you do have to register with your state. Okay, that's how you form an LLC. All right. Another thing that you want to do is get yourself a federal tax ID number with the IRS. Okay. Even if you're a sole proprietorship, you can still get a things. Hi, good evening, guys. You can still get yourself a federal tax ID number, even if you are a sole proprietorship, because let's say like your county where you live, you can register yourself as a sole proprietor, not necessarily an LLC, and you can still get yourself a federal tax ID number, okay? And I think that's good anyway, because you really don't want to be operating as a business under your social. You would want to have a federal tax ID, okay? Hey, okay, so let's see what else. All right, the next thing, and this is a big thing that I see a lot of people don't do. I'm really surprised at this one, because sometimes I consult with business owners and entrepreneurs who've been in business like 3-4 years, and I'm like, do you have a business bank account? And they're like, no. I'm like, wow. You really need a business bank account, because first of all, you need to keep your transactions separate, okay? Whatever you're doing for the business, you should not be paying for out of your personal account. What I always tell people is use your business account to pay yourself, just like do a transfer of funds, and then whatever you have to pay for personally, pay for it out of that personal account. But the good thing is, when you're an entrepreneur and you're self-employed, a lot of what you're doing can be considered a business expense, or like, somewhat. So that's fine if you're using the business bank account for that. But definitely get yourself a business bank account, okay? That, a lot of times if the IRS audits you, they're going to ask for bank statements, and they don't want to see personal transactions. You don't want to be handing over personal bank statements to the IRS. Okay, when if they have questions about your business, they can sit there and question and say, well, are you even in business? You don't even have a business bank account, so that's another step to do. Okay, another step you can do, guys, is to get yourself a business address. Now, the post office, what they actually allow you to do now, they allow you to use their street address. Like, you don't have to necessarily say P.O. Box. They're letting you use the street address, and that can be considered your business address. And then you also have these mailbox places like the UPS, right? UPS store has one. There's several of them out there that let you can like pay a monthly fee to have a business address. So I would highly suggest that. Also, you would want a business address, because when you go, speaking of that LLC, when you go and register your LLC, if you don't have a business address, you're putting your personal information on there, and LLCs, that's public information. So if someone is going to look up your business or whatever, they're seeing all of your personal information, and you don't want that, guys. So, get yourself a business address, okay? Treat your business like a real business, even if it's home-based. Just still, have a business address. The other thing I have here, I'm not going to hold you guys too long tonight, but the other thing I have here is to get a website, okay? That's really important, especially, like, let me tell you, so with all of this funding going on for PPP and the EIDL and everything like that, guess what? They were looking for, I have several of my clients who don't have websites, and the government is like questioning, like, are you in business? They kind of can't really prove. So it's good to have a website, because that's another way to show that you're treating your business like a real business, okay? If you've ever been audited, okay, when the IRS sends you back letters, they'll send, one of the letters they send is a questionnaire you got to fill out. And one of the questions on there is, what's your website address? Okay, if I had one of those forms in front of me, I'd show you right now, but it's when they're questioning further about your Schedule C, yeah, they'll ask you for your website address. So get yourself a website, guys. Let's see what else. And definitely another thing I would suggest is to set up your business accounts on social media for whatever platforms you're on. If you're on, Instagram, if you're on Facebook, make sure your business has a Facebook page. Make sure you have an Instagram account strictly for the business. It's fine if you want to put up some posts on your personal account to kind of let people know, hey, follow me over here as well. That's good. But you want to have yourself some business social media accounts. And honestly, you need to have that, because you should be marketing your business regularly and consistently, okay? You want to be showing your products, showing your services. This is another way to, again, prove that you are in business, that you are running a business. IRS is watching social media, guys, believe it or not. They're watching. So you want to do all of these steps to treat your business like a real business. And definitely you want to get yourself set up with some bookkeeping. Okay, that's really important. QuickBooks is not the only one out there. QuickBooks is great. There's another one I recommend called Wave Apps. It's spelled WAVEAPPS.com. It's free, and it syncs with your business bank account. Okay, and then it kind of simplifies things, because all you really need to do is go in there and categorize your transactions. All right. But QuickBooks does that too, I believe, but Wave Apps works fine, and it's free. And so you definitely need the bookkeeping for several reasons. You need the bookkeeping because you want to be able to see, hey, am I even making a profit? Am I losing money? Where's my money going? Some of it is coming in so fast, leaving faster. We're not tracking. We don't know where it's going. When you have bookkeeping in place, it's showing you where you may be overspending, where you can cut some costs. So you definitely want some bookkeeping in place. And even if you don't want to get set up on any of the bookkeeping platforms, you can use Excel if you're comfortable with Excel. And if you're not even comfortable with bookkeeping, period, outsource it. Outsource it. You have Yeah, let me see this question right here. Do you have software for doing 1099s? Yeah, you can actually try a site called, what is that called? eSmart Payroll. No, not eSmart Payroll. TaxSlayer Books. Okay, yeah, TaxSlayer, that's all one word. TaxSlayerBooks.com. Okay, you can file 1099s on there. And I'm guessing that's for an independent contractor. Okay, please don't tell me it's for yourself, because I don't care who's out here telling you guys you can 1099 yourself. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. When you are, we cannot 1099 ourselves as the business owner. 1099s are for what we pay other people, okay, who are not our employees. That's what the 1099 is for. Okay, so yeah, but yeah, get yourself set up with some bookkeeping. Be consistent with it, because they're asking for records. They're asking for profit and loss statement. That's another reason why you do need, for independent contractors, that's another reason why you do need bookkeeping for your profit and loss statement. We as self-employed people, that's one way for us to prove our income. If you're trying to buy a car, buy a house, get on a mortgage, whatever, any type of financial things, they're going to ask for a profit and loss statement, Schedule C's, because they know your Schedule C is getting filed with IRS. So these are things that you really got to do to set yourself up, okay? So I said, just to recap, and if you guys have any questions, just post them in the comments and I'll ask before we sign off. I'm going to try to go on live more often, guys, and you can feel free to DM me with questions. Let me see. Yeah, exactly. That's right. With that PPP and this is what they wanted to see. When I tell you, I cannot tell you, I have quite a few people who didn't even get any funds because SBA keeps giving them the runaround, telling them, well, we're trying to prove that you're actually in business, and this is what's going on. So don't let money slip through your hands, all just because you're not treating your business like a real business, okay? So for those of you who have missed the steps, and I'm going to leave this on my live, I'm going to leave this posted, and like I said, I will be going on more often to help out you guys. I will be getting busy because I'm already getting busy. Tax season is here. All of you know who follow me, I am an accountant, tax strategist. So yeah, my virtual office is pretty busy, but I do want to get on here and help as many people as possible. No, it doesn't. I see your question here. If you got PPP, does that count as income? That's the good thing. No, it's not. It's not counted as income. They're not treating that as income. So yeah, that's a good question. So for those of you who missed my steps, I had said one was to, really quick to recap, one is to get your LLC registered. If you're ready for that step, or even just register as a sole proprietor, like that's still something, Get a federal tax ID number, open a business bank account, get a business address, a mailing address, okay? I'll answer your question in a second. And create a website, get yourself set up with business social media accounts, get some bookkeeping in place, okay? So what about grants? What do you mean? In a sense, like to apply for them? Grants, if you want to go for grants, you definitely have to be doing these steps to treat your business like a business, because those grant applications, they don't play at all. They want to, they don't want to just hand over money to anyone. So they want to make sure that you are in fact doing what you're saying that you're doing, and they verify things. So you definitely want to make sure you're doing all of these steps, and especially for business credit. And I'll probably do a live on that at another time for another one of my lives. Grants. No. The grants weren't considered income either. Yeah, I was thinking grant applications, because some people, there's so many funding, guys. Like, don't think that the PPP and the EIDL is the only money out here, because it's not. It's just really about putting in time to do the research and things like that. There's a lot of organizations that are not even as high level as SBA that are doing funding, and especially for different industries. For instance, like the hair industry, which is a big industry that I serve. I believe I can't think of it off the top of my head. I don't think it was 𝐋𝐄𝐓'𝐒, but it was another organization that was giving out funding for hair professionals. So, check with your industries, check with your, where can I find grants for new business? Off the top of my head, I that would be something I'd have to have ready for another time. I do believe 𝐂𝐄𝐓 is one, 𝐂𝐄𝐓.org, �KIVA.org. I believe they do have some grants for new business. Yeah. But there's so many, there's a lot of funding out there for small business owners in different industries and different ways to meet the criteria. Just kind of Google it. Yeah, definitely Google it. And there's a girl on YouTube that I follow. I wasn't, expecting to talk about grants because I would have had it ready, but I'll post that up another time. But she's very helpful. Her information that she delivers, she's always on there talking about grants and things like that for all type of small business owners. So I'm definitely going to share that resource with you guys. Make sure you check the link in my bio because there's a couple of things in there. I also have a YouTube channel, and I just share so much information with you guys. I really enlighten you all on so much. And so check the link in my bio, subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's so much content on there already, and I'm going to be loading a lot more things. I also have a course on there. You have some self-employed people who want to do their own taxes. I have a course on there that teaches you basically what you need to know to do your own taxes. I don't always advise it, but I get it. Some people, that's just what they want to do. So yeah, my information is there. And for hair professionals, I actually have a course strictly for them, just to kind of teach you about taxes and business. So you should definitely click that. Click that masterclass. Another thing I have in my link, which is free, is a report. It's called 10 Tax Saving Strategies for Self-Employed People. Okay, so download that. That's totally free. It just teaches you, it's a lot of good information there. 10 things that you probably didn't even know you could do to save yourself some money on these taxes. Okay, we got better things we could do. That was one reason why I became an entrepreneur. I was not trying to have the IRS taking all my money. So yeah, I became an entrepreneur to save on these taxes. So does anyone else have any questions before I log off? I didn't want to keep you guys too long, but like I said, I will be trying to go live more often and talk about topics that I feel will help you, or you can DM me and let me know some more topics that you'd like me to get on here and talk about, okay? Does anybody have any questions before I go for the evening? Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. Hi, you missed it. All of you had missed it, but I do thank you for coming in. Just make sure you go back and watch it, because I gave these guys a lot of information to tell you how to legitimize your business. There may be some things you're not quite doing that you should be doing, and this way you're all good where the IRS is concerned. Okay, so I'm going to be signing off now. Thank you again for watching, and you all have a good rest of your evening, okay? Bye-bye.